everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. So I believe other people are still joining. Meanwhile, let's do this start our session without any further delay. So once again, welcome you all in the session. And today we are starting the very new course that is the F5 load balancer, that is the traffic load manager, that is known as the F5 LTM. So basically, we have to understand a little bit what is the F5. Definitely, Arvind sir is here. He is going to give the detailed insight about the course. He's going to give the detailed understanding about the course content, what we are going to cover in this particular F5. But just I'll be just give the brief introduction, so at least you guys will be the comfortable with Arvind sir expertise. Also, you guys come to know what things is going to be happen, how the lab is going to be happen. Probably it is going to be helpful throughout the journey. Okay. So once again, welcome you all in the Gwinnett Technology, and we are starting this F5 LTM module today. And today is just day 0 or day 1 session you can think about, and it is just going to have a very brief discussion, key concept discussion, basic fundamental of the F5, why we are going to use the F5, what is the use case of the F5, how my hottest star cricket match are handling that, more than 3 CR view at the same time without any lag, how Geo is like having the more than 5 CR view at the same time without any lag, how these all technology are working behind this live streaming. And not only this live streaming, in day-to-day network also we have to understand how my network infrastructure is going to be scalable while accessing the any application which are hosted in my data center, my cloud infrastructure, how they are getting the redundancy, how basically they are getting the zero time downtime for the any kind of the application which should be accessible from the anywhere. So that we have the network, we have the router, we have the switches, we have the firewall, everything is there, and they are very good robust infrastructure is there. But for the application point of view, and for we have to understand end user point of view and overall organization point of view, how things are getting seamless working in instead of the any kind of the utilization, any kind of the load which is going to happen on this particular my network or data center servers. So that is we are going to discuss in the load balancer, and that's why this is the F5 LTM load balancer. So F5 having the three module. The first module we are going to start is the F5 LTM. We have the F5 GTM as well. That is again for the your load balancing for the DNS traffic and all, right? So that also going to cover after this F5 GTM. That is separate module, separate training is going to be happen. And if you want to just do for the web firewall security, right? So WAF you want to integrate ASM, that is also third module for just the application layer security. So that is also going to happen in the latest stage. So first, being a F5 engineer, trust me guys, I'll show you also in the Naukri.com on the Google, very high paid jobs are available in the market, similar to the SD-WAN, similar to the DevNet, similar to the firewall, cybersecurity, and network security. If you're having this F5 knowledge, trust me, you have the ample opportunity available. Okay. So without any further delay, I'll just give the brief introduction. So basically this F5 LTM is a local traffic manager, right? This is going to help to load balance your traffic. It is going to help to the health monitoring across your servers, how they are working, what is the health of the server, any server having any problem, like they having a different health monitoring techniques as well. So that is also going to be happen. You want to offload the SSL session, right? Like they have to do this SSL and TLS encryption management, reduce the server load, enhance the security. So that also going to be happen with the help of this F5. So we also have to do the iRule and automation security feature. Also, we have to do for any kind of DOS and DDoS attack. You want to do that. So these kind of the basic features we have to understand. Also, you have to understand how the nodes are going to be created, how the VIP is going to be created, how the certificate management is going to be happen, how the real time HA is going to be configured, how the real time like all network parameter routing is going to be happen, how we can basically do the troubleshooting from the CLI and GUI, what are the different parameter we have in the different section in the F5. So also we are going to give the lab. Lab is going to be accessible from the anywhere because we have the web portals and you just have to get the rack access. After getting the rack access, you just have to put the username and password. Your lab is going to be accessible from the anywhere. So lab is there. The course content is there, which I'm going to show you right away, and you understand what you're going to understand, right, in this F5 module. So F5 is basically is the load balancer technologies. We have the native scaler and the F5. Two are the market player for the load balancers, but F5 have the more market cap. Similar, you can just think about the Palo Alto and the F5, the FortiGate firewall. F5 also having this kind of the market cap. So what you are going to get from this particular training module and what you are going to understand, right, in this from the F5 course curriculum. So if you see here, we are going to discuss about the load balancer. Guys, anyone want to ask anything? Can I mute or please ask me if you want to ask something? Okay, thanks. So, okay. So we are going to do the introduction of the F5. I'm not going, sir is going to be definitely discuss everything. So you can see here the entire course content, like I'm just giving the overview, what is the deployment method, what is the self IP, what is the load balancing technique. We have different method, how the routing is going to be configured, how the health check is going to monitor, how we are going to do the health check monitoring system, what is the network map, lot of F5 profile introduction, cookies, persistence method, NAT overview, SNAT, automap, that all we have to understand. Overview SSL in the big IP, F5, SSL offloading, SSL termination, client SSL in the big IP, priority group activation of the F5, license management. Also, you're going to understand the one connect mechanism, local logging, remote logging, high speed logging, SNMP configuration, TCP dump feature for the packet analysis, CLI access management. So troubleshooting. So we have the, you can see 40 all topics available here, and these are the detailed topics which Arvind sir is going to provide the insight. I'm not going to give more insight on it. So once you understand these all fundamentals of the F5, then probably you just have to do the practice. Side by side practice, you have to do that, like hands-on labs. So these hands-on labs are going to be available around the clock, means you are going to access this lab 24/7. And this is going to be available throughout your session. If you need the extension, probably the session is going to happen for 2 months and 2.5 months. This is definitely going to be available with you without any questions. Still you want like 15 days extension, 7 days extension, just reach out to our counselors. They are going to help you in terms of the labs. There is no restriction for the labs. The end goal, you should learn and you should go professionally, right? And once you have the labs, definitely we have the different career path also available. You want to become the network security F5 engineer, professional development. You want to go and get the high paying job within the India, MNC, out of side of the India. That all jobs are available in this particular F5 like career, or might be the F5 skill set. If you just go and search F5 jobs, F5 LTM jobs in any city, you can just Delhi NCR. You are just going to find a lot of F5 jobs available in Delhi NCR without any issue you're going to find. So you can see we have the lot of F5 jobs available. You can see these are the different experience we have, and they have the very high package jobs are available, like 8 to 13 lakh package. There are some not disclosed. So we have the lot of jobs available. You just have to search, you have just apply. So along with the routing switching, along with this particular firewall skill, or if I'm saying that if you don't have the firewall skill, if you have the basic routing switching skills, and if you have the little bit SD-WAN knowledge, or might be you are very good in the SD-WAN, and you're going to do the F5 combination as well, that is also going to boost your career. So you have to choose the right package for your career. Like you have to show your interest as well. But once you have the firewall knowledge, F5 knowledge, and routing switching, that you are the super in the market. If like similar, I keep saying that if you have the CCNA, CCNP, you have the SD-WAN, you have the Palo Alto firewall, G skill, that is super in the market. Similar F5 you are going to add in your CV. Let's suppose you are not interested with G skill for time being, not interested with the cloud security, cloud networking for time being. Just include your CV one skill, that is F5 LTM at least F5 LTM, not GTM, not ASM. Initially, that is also going to boost your career a lot. All right. So that's all from my side. Anyone have any question, guys? Want to ask to me, or shall I hand over to the Arvind sir? He is going to take the further every discussion. Let me make the host to the Arvind sir. Arvind sir, you are the host now. Can you check? You are the host. Let me
Okay,
see.
let me see. No, still I'm not able to share my screen.
Oh, I'm not able to make the host you. Why? Let me make the first. Okay. Wait. Sorry. Okay. Now you're the host, sir. Can you check
Right,
now?
now I'm the host. So let me share my screen. Hope
So
my
now
screen
it's
is
over to
visible.
you, Arvind, sir. You can continue from here. Thank you.
Okay, so thanks everyone. My name is Arvind. So we can start first of all, welcome to the GoInNet technology. And in this, we will learn F5 LTM. So F5 have different module, like Pankaj sir already told. So we have the basic one, LTM, GTM, ASM, and APM. So LTM is basically local traffic management. Okay. So we will learn here only the LTM only. Okay. And we will cover all these points, even though the more points. Here I think we have the 40 points, but we have the more points. So we will discuss each and everything in the LTM. No worry. And we will go into the deep dive. So we will start from very beginning. We will start from scratch, and we will also how we can configure the F5 from scratch, right? Management configuration, and the virtual configuration, pool configuration, pool members node, different type of monitoring, different type of deployment, if we have the existing environment, how we can deploy our F5. If we have the new environment, so how we can deploy our F5. Okay, how the self IP and floating IP will work, how the VLAN we can configure on the F5, right? And also the port lockdown security. So here we can allow there are some default option, allow default, allow none, allow all, or we if we want to the customize something, we also do customize, right? What is the load balancing, different type of load balancing, static, dynamic, right? So this we will also configure. And the health monitoring is a very important feature. So we will discuss deep dive into the health monitoring, like how we can monitor the content, address, service, and everything. So we will discuss everything in the deep dive. Different type of status symbol, if the symbol color is like red, so what is the mean of this one, and green, blue. So we will discuss network map and profile also, SSL profile and other profiles. We will discuss persistent, right? Source address, cookies persistent, and net also. Every interviewer ask this question, what is the SNet, what is the auto map. So this is the very important topic. And SSL offloading, pass through bridging, where we can use the SSL offloading, right? Different type of priority group. For example, we have some servers in the DC, some servers in the DR. So how we can define the priorities, if in case I need in case DC servers are down, so how our traffic will be moved to the DR site automatically without any interruption and all. And fallback mechanism, one connect, and also the the logs, how we can build the Splunk and other tools, monitoring tool with the F5 SNMP configuration. TCP dump, it's also very important, because whenever you are in the trouble, you need to troubleshooting with the help of the TCP dump. Okay. And then because in the F5, I'm working totally on the F5 and other net scaler stuff, I'm totally working on the load balancing part. So I know everyone come to you that, okay, no, there is some issue from your end. So every time you guys need to prove that, okay, there is no issue from our end. If there is some issue from your end, you need to fix it. But how you will know that what is the issue? So you need to run the TCP dump, or you need to log into the GUI, and you need to check the logs and all. CLI also, we have the two terms here. So GUI we will also work, and in the CLI we will also work. I rule. iRule is the very good feature. So iRule, it's it's basically based on the TCL language, okay, tool command language, and this is the very good feature in the F5. So whatever you want, you want to play with the traffic, how you want to pass your traffic. If for example you want that, okay, I have this source 10 dot something for let me start with this. So for example you want I have a 10.1.1 this network, so it should go to my pool 1. And if you have the other network 20.1.1.1.0/24, your traffic will be moved to the pool 2. So with the I rule, we can do everything. Okay, even though for example, we have website right now, goinet.com. Okay, in case there is some maintenance or something going on the application servers. Okay, and we can configure the maintenance page, so that everyone once everyone reach out to the GUI net, it will be redirect to the maintenance page. So or mostly sometimes you see that, okay, this website is under maintenance or something. So this type of configuration we can do. Even the lots of features once we will learn I rule, uh, means there's huge functions, means huge options we can write. So we will discuss and now I rule, and we have here also local traffic policy. So in the local traffic policy, for example, you want to configure that, okay, your traffic coming from Mozilla, right? So it will be go to this pool or this server. And if your traffic coming from Google Chrome, so it will be go to the other pool. And if you are using the Internet Explorer, right, it will be go to the different pool. So we can configure these things in the policies. Next, high availability. So high availability nowadays, everyone looking that they miss their application should be work 24 into 7, right? For example, we have the GoInit website, and everyone access this website, it should be access 24 into 7 without any interruption and all. So what we are doing, for example, we have the okay, so we have here one F5, and we have the other F5, right? So in case one F5 failed, so the other all traffic will be passed through the different F5. So for this we will configure the HA, and it's also basically be used for redundancy. And there is lots of things we require to configure the HA and troubleshooting. So we will cover every troubleshooting as per my experience. I will say what issue I am facing, what issue I faced already. Okay, and I will also take your questions, if you are facing some issue in the working environment and you are not able to resolve it, so you guys can inform us that, okay, we are facing this issue, so we will try to resolve it, right? And we will also discuss the authentication, uh, AD authentication with the AD authentication, or what we can say takas, and LDAP, okay, for the login. Right now we are using the F5 with the login credential, right? But in companies, they are creating the username password for you on the AD, or we can say domain account. So you can use your username password to log in the F5, right? And here you can provide different access. For example, you have the three types of teams, one is admin team, right? One is the operations team, and third is the read only. For example, uh, you have new members in your team, but you want to give them the opportunity to learn the F5 and all. So you can provide the read only access. So we will discuss each and everything in this one, right? So this is the the overview. Okay. but we need to understand how F5 is working and all. So till the time anyone have any question, or we can move forward. And if one if someone not have any other question, please go on mute. Okay, I'm considering your silence as you don't have any other question. So let me start. Okay, so how F5 is work? For example, we have this client who is someone
Sir, you
is
can
talking.
mute. You can mute. You have to mute, right?
All
You
right,
can mute the
yeah.
people who is not speaking. Just mute them. Just click the name. You have the option to.
Yes. Mute. Okay, and
Now it's okay. Mute it out.
guys, please mute yourself so that you can't disturb to anyone. Okay, so for example, this is the client, and so this is the client PC, and we have the F5. Okay, and F5 further connected to the backend server. Server 2, server 1, or 1, right? So the beauty of F5, this is the BIP. Okay, so what it's providing, first of all, we have the multiple server. Okay, for example, we have also some server, right? Server 3. So for example, it's providing the load balancing with the fast response. So for example, here loads of client we have, right? All are accessing the, for example, GUI net, right? And we don't know how much users hit the GUI net at a time, maybe 100, maybe 1000, maybe 10, maybe 500, right? So for that, what we are doing, we are setting for example, this server have the capacity to access to take the 100 connection, right? And here we have 1000 connection. Here we can manage 500 connection, right? Or if we have the similar connectivity, similar the availability that okay, each server can handle 500 connection, and we received total 1200 requests from the front end. So what F5 will do, in the normal load balancing, it will pass one request to here, one is here, and one is here, right? Okay, so and on the backend server, you have the IP 10.10.1.1.10, 1.20, 1.30, right? And here your BIP is configured with the 172.16.1.100, right? And your front end network is 172.116.1.0/24, right? So whenever you are accessing the the GUI net website, okay, you only see this IP, right? You never know what is the behind the what is the server's IP. Okay, so this is the also security features. Okay, the app, the the front end, or we can say client, or we can say user, they never know what is the exact IP of the servers. So this is also the security features. Okay, and the other view to for example, this server goes down, right? So the other two server 1 or server 2, server 3 goes down, right? This one. So other servers will carry the traffic. So the users will never know that okay, the server 3 is down or not. Okay, and whenever servers goes down and up, so who is monitoring this? Only monitor. Okay, so that's
Hello.
the nature. Yes.
Sorry for interruption, sir. So I
Mm,
have one question.
okay.
Sometimes what we face, all the server goes down, and within a minute, within 10 minutes, it came up.
Right.
Okay. So in that case, what we need to check? like that?
So we need to do the troubleshooting. We need to check the TCP dump.
TCP dump.
Right.
Okay, okay. No, what I face in our organization, no, means
Mhm.
suddenly all the server goes down, and suddenly the breach call was initiated, and after 15 to 20 minutes, it already came up.
Right. So if all backend server goes down, okay, right? So that means the backend server downs. So this is
Hmm.
not your fault, right? F5 is up, right? So how
Hmm.
F5 is work? So here,
Yeah,
like we
backend
have
server has
tool.
monitor was down.
Sorry.
So I'm talking about VM, not a physical server.
No. So VM, whatever the servers you have, it may be the VM, the virtual, physical, and whatever, right? Maybe the cloud
Hmm.
PC. All are added to F5 as a pool member, right?
Correct.
If your pool member completely down, then it means your BIP will be also down, right?
So in that case, what we need to check, like first basic
So
troubles.
yeah. So in this case, for example, your backend servers are down. So what you need to do, first of all, you need to check your pool is up or not. If your pool is up, okay, and only the services are down, so here are two concepts. For example, your server is up, okay. How you are checking, your ICMP is working, right?
Correct.
But your HTTPS is down. Maybe the application team down this HTTPS, or the other service maybe HTTP, right?
Uh, uh-huh.
So they're down, okay. And but your server is up. So how you can check, you need to do the troubleshooting, you need to telnet your IP from your F5 to the you can telnet the server IP with the port 443, right? If
Okay.
there is service 80, you can telnet to this 80. If your 443 is working, 80 is working, the that means you have some intermediate issue sometime, okay.
Uh-huh.
So we need to troubleshoot in the other way. But if the backend server's down, so if you are not managing the backend server, then you need to reach out to the application team, and you need to inform that, okay, your servers are not responding, then you need to fix it, because everything is working fine from my end, right?
Mhm. Or sometimes in some particular application was not reachable. Like sometimes also we face this kind of issue.
Okay.
Like some particular application is not reachable.
No,
So
so
that time
it's
also.
it's basically, so that's I told, no. So if your application is not working, so you need to troubleshoot, no.
Oh,
That we
okay.
will learn in this one, in this
Okay.
course. You can't teach everything in the one day, but definitely we will cover, we will also cover, if your for example, so let me find, okay. For example, for, okay. So for example, this is the client, this is your PC, this is the requester PC, okay, client PC,
Uh-huh.
and this is the F5, okay. As a IT, you are managing the F5 from here, okay, with the management access, or maybe the SSH or something, right? Okay. And this F5 is further connected to servers, right? This is the second server, 1, 2. Okay. And for example, this server had some intermediate issue, okay. So for example, here your HTTP S is working, here you also HTTPS is working, right? These servers, your service sometimes running, server sometimes down, sometimes. So whenever client are sending the request and it's going to this one, so maybe there is some delay in the response, right? But whenever your request going to this one, you are getting the fast response, right? So we need to troubleshoot also this one. So we will check each and every things, and that's the reason I'm saying I will discuss whatever I have faced, what type of issue coming, okay. And I will also take your questions, okay, like you told that, okay, the applications are not able to access for 20 minutes, right, or 10 minutes. So as a IT, you don't you don't accept that okay, this is my mistake or this is my issue, right? You always reach out to application team that this is your issue. Okay, sometime we need to provide the RCA, right?
Yes, yes.
So that's we will also cover. So don't worry.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Anyone have any other doubt? Or shall I proceed further? Okay. So, and we will we will also know that how we can configure the management. Okay. How we can what we can say uh, provision the module like LTM, GTM, or whatever module we require, right? And how we can define the load balancing. We will learn deep dive. We will also learn monitoring as we discussed. Like sometimes content monitoring we need to monitor. Sometimes HTTPS we need to monitor. Sometimes custom monitoring for example 636 4443, right? So every monitoring we will discuss. Okay, and we will discuss also the profile is mandatory. Like F5 is F5 is not an intelligent device, but with the the features like profile and other features, we will make it very intelligent. Okay, so that what is going on in the back end, front end, we will know that okay, what is the issue. And we also discuss the net, SNet. Okay, under the net we have the auto map, right? So this we will discuss. So and I rules, HA, troubleshooting, and we have also one feature HA IFs. So those who are already working on the F5, so they know IFs. So what is IFs for example, we are deploying someone comes to you that okay, we need to deploy Outlook on the F5. So if you do manual configuration, okay, it will made 4 hour, 5 hour, or maybe 1 day or 2 day, right? But with the help of IFs, you can do this work if you have everything in your hand, so you can configure within the 10 to 15 minutes. So what is here we have the pre templates. Okay, we need to put just IP address and the others required detail, and we need to just click next, next, next. Okay, and also command line we will discuss if we need to check, for example, I forgot the who is asking this question. So for example uh, we have 1,000 of bips on the F5, right? And here we need to here something for example we need to upgrade the F5. Okay, so we need to inform to apps owner that okay, these 1,000 of apps hosted on our F5. So we are just going to upgrade, and there may be some outage or something if we don't have the devices in the HA, right? So how we can pull the 1,000 bits okay into the Excel sheet. So we will also discuss. We will also discuss the upgrade. Okay, upgrade is important if there is some vulnerability on the F5, right? So how we can remediate it, so or we can mitigate it. So F5 right now we have the version 17.x. Okay, and but mostly people are using the 16.x or 15x, but mostly usually on the 16x because this is the the suitable version, or we can say good version right now. But we have also 17 in. So for example, we have the vulnerability on the 16 version. Okay, and we want to save our environment. So what we need to do, F5 suggested that okay, we have fixed the vulnerability in the version 16, so you can upgrade your F5 to version 16, right? So we will discuss and we will do the practical of the upgrade. Okay. And also physical to virtual migration, we will also discuss, right? And the lots of things we will discuss. Okay. Anyone have any other question till now?
Hello.
Yes.
See, like if see, so many server are already attached with the load balancer, like so if any server certificate was expired, okay,
Say
can we
again.
assign
Sorry. Say again. We
what
have
I'm asking?
we have multiple servers. Okay.
Multiple server are connected with the load, communicated with the load balancer. Okay,
For example, we have multiple servers here.
we have one particular server. Their
Hmm.
certificate goes expired, or after some days it will be expired. Can we
Okay.
assign certificate to load balancer?
Yes. So, for example, you are doing SSL offloading. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. SSL offloading on the F5,
Mhm.
right? So we will we will also cover this part. Okay. So we can
And,
renew the certificate from F5 and okay.
uh,
So we will cover the SSL client profile, server profile both. Okay. So on the servers mostly application team, they are managing the certificate. But if we talked about the F5, okay, because application server are not managed by the IT team. IT team
mm,
means the network team, right? Mostly.
correct, correct.
Okay. But we are managing the F5, right? So where we need to update the certificate on the F5. So we will generate the CSR. You know about the certificate, so you already know about CSR, right?
Mhm.
We need to create the key. Then we need to provide the CSR to the application team to work with the PKI team or the who is providing the certificate, right? Once
Mhm.
they will provide the certificate, we will install this certificate on the F5, right? So we will also cover this one. Don't worry. That's the reason I'm saying maybe we missed something in this content, but we will cover loads of we right now we have the 40 points. Maybe we will cover 50 or 60 points, right?
Why I'm asking this question?
Hmm.
Because we receive so many ticket from user, okay,
Right.
and auto generated ticket also. So
Hmm.
blindly forward this ticket to our tier 3 team
It's
because we
happened.
don't.
If you are managing the F5 or something, it's happened. Everyone blame to you only.
No, we manage FI also, but
Yeah.
we have a full access. But if I don't know the things, we cannot proceed. No, if we did any mistake, they will catch us.
No. So you need to check you need to check whatever the application. For example, GUI net is okay hosted on the F5, right? So you need to check under the GUI net BIP that okay this BIP have the SSL profile or not. If you don't have the SSL profile, okay, how you can renew the certificate?
Actually, sir, we don't have any idea about FI.
So
We
that's we
have
will
all.
discuss. That we will discuss. No, don't worry. We will discuss and definitely trust me. I will I will teach you each and everything. And after complete this course, where we can see the things or how we can troubleshoot the things. And after that, you can what we can say update or you can say reply to the team. So that we will all that the things we will all cover so don't worry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
So my question is a little bit different uh, in regards with this. So
Uh-huh.
in my current organization, I am having a Citrix NetScaler.
Okay.
So I was just asking that is there any difference in between F5 and NetScaler?
If you are working on the NetScaler, so I think nowadays
Actually, sir,
Citrix is
I am
also.
not working.
Mhm.
I'm not working on that, but it is in my infrastructure. So I am not having the proper access of the NetScaler right now
Okay,
because of
so okay, let me give you the answer in the one line only. Okay, F5 have the the loads of feature. Okay, in compared to the Citrix NetScaler. Okay.
Okay.
So I am working on the F5. I'm working on the NetScaler 2. Okay.
Okay.
So I know. And in the F5, like, we have lots of things, like, this is the beauty of, like, if you see the, like, F5 is in the huge demand right nowadays. Like
Yes,
Pankaj sir
indeed.
already told, like, there are lots of job, like, if you are good in the LTM or, and we can say ASM, like huge demand for the people. Okay. People are in the market, but they have, like, they are working in the company and they have, like, little knowledge. They don't know, like, if something, like, come on their hand, so they are not able to do the troubleshooting. They need to ask, or they are raising the, like, they are raising the case with the, like, F5 to troubleshoot, right? So like, huge demand, definitely, like, and LTM is, like, so every company, like, have required the load balancer now. Because why? For example, like, every company, like, they are setting, like, 2 3 servers. Okay. And they are adding, like, these servers into the F5, and they are accessing these servers, like, from the maybe, like, internal, or maybe from, like, external, like, DMG, or we can say public facing. So all users, like, those are accessing the, like, they are only able to see the BIP IP, like, they are able to see only that. Okay, GUI-net is like, have the DNS entry with the, like, XXX IP. Okay, so they are able to see only this IP. They will never know, like, what is the backend IP. So we also covered is security, like, anyone have
Okay.
any other question?
Got it. Got it, sir.
And
Actually, I
you, like,
guess
you
for
satisfy with
this,
this answer, or means what?
yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Actually, what you have mentioned in the last point, that is that means the Queenet DNS is getting matted with the public IP. So that public IP only visible over the internet. So for this, I guess there is an Citrix two solutions. One for the server load balancing, and one
Mhm.
is for the link load balancing, some kind of.
So for example, like, what happened, for example, okay, so what we are doing, for example, some internal user will access, okay, this website. Okay. So if they have the internet access, so they can come with the public IP. If they don't have the, like, some websites are, like, we configure internally, right? We don't
Yes.
want to host on the public environment or public infra. So we are creating the internal website also. So we can use the private IP, like, 192.168.172.10 something. So that we can use.
Mhm. Correct.
And anyone have any other question, or we can move to the lab so that I can show you, like, some brief the lab also.
So I have the one question.
Mhm.
The F5 also do that with some level of the content inspection by doing the
Yes,
some
yes,
tickets.
yes, yes, yes. So what's your name? IBS, it's saying, like, guys, like, just, like, rename with your yeah, exact name, so that.
Yeah, further.
Okay.
My name is Anurag.
Okay. So let me show you the topology. Okay. So this is the, like, simple topology, right? So what here is, so this is the front end PC. We can say user PC, right? Or the who's accessing the application. This is the front end PC. Here, this is, you can say, the IT PC who is managing the F5, right? And these are the backend server, server one, server two. So right now I have configured the router with the, like, the service, like, HTTPS. We can say 443, right? Here I have configured the BIP, and these, like, servers have IP, like, 10.1.1.10, 1.20. BIP, I think we have 172.16.1.100, and this client IP have, like, 172.16.1.10, right? And this is the management PC. So I think here we have like different management IP 192.168.1.142, and this PC may have the some dynamic IP, so we need to check it. Okay. So now this PC only for management, right? Where we can manage the F5. So let me show you. So if you see we have the IP 192.168.142, which is the management IP, right? And here we have the pool. So pool, what is a pool? Pool is the basically the combination of the node plus service, right? Where we have node IP and service IP. So for example, you see server one. On the server one, we have the IP address 10.11.10 and the service running on the 443, right? The other server have 10.1.1.20 and the service is 443, right? So we have created the pool with, and on this pool we have added the monitoring HTTPS. Okay, that's the reason this pool is showing up. If I will set other monitoring, okay, for example, what we can say, HTTP. So see, it's showing the color is changed. So we need to add the correct monitoring. If you now you see your pool is showing down, right? So if everything is good in your environment, so I think Rajesh, you are asking the question now the backend servers are down, right? As a F5, and if you go to the BIP is also down. So maybe the if you you have not touched the F5 and everything is good from your F5, then there is some issue from the application end. Or if someone is doing some changes on the F5 and after that it goes down, then it means the different issue, maybe the monitoring issue or maybe the some other issue. And we have the BIP 172.16.1.100. Guys, please mute. Okay, so for example, so we can access this the BIP from the client PC. Okay, this is the management PC only. So we have the front end PC here. From here we can access. So HTTPS. It's little bit slow. I need to fix it. So we are using the Cisco certificate here. I need to put the username password. So see, this is the server one and this is the server two. That means our traffic is going to the both servers, right? Server one, server two. Okay. And if we go to the PC, and if we go to the virtual servers, how we can check that we are getting the traffics or not? So here is one option static. So you see number of connection. For example, I can clear, okay, I can initiate the new traffic. Let me run into the new window as well. So this is the completely new connection. Server 2, server 1. Okay. Now we can go here. We can see the statics. See? Total connection 20, messages, packets, bits. We can see the statics in pool also. So see, on this server, connection 2 servers here to here. So this we will cover these all things we will cover into the deep dive. Okay, here we can we will discuss how we can renew the license, how we can see our license, what is our license, where we can configure the SNMP, right? Certificate, okay. And if we talked about self IP, floating IP, how we can define the route, right? How we can define the VLAN, okay, packet filtering, tunnel trunk, and on the local traffic, we here this is I role we discussed, okay. And we have also pool node monitor traffic class policies, and this is the network map, for example, okay. So in the network map, you see this is your virtual. Under the virtual, there we have the pool, and on the pool we have the two pool members. So this we will discuss all things in our further classes. So anyone have any other questions? So we can, I think, further, or what we can say, anyone have any other question? Yes, no.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Can you explain to me what is this virtual IP?
So virtual IP is nothing what for example, we have we have google.com, okay. Okay. So google.com have one IP, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is nothing you can say your website IP and port. So for example, https, okay, guinet.com. So 443 is this your service, and guinet.com is the IP of 172.16.100. We can say virtual IP. Sometimes we are saying virtual IP. Some people are saying virtual server. Okay. Some saying the URLs. Someone saying my app is hosted on this one, and the on your F5, and the IP is this. So virtual is nothing but your IP address of your applications. So that the front end users only whatever the users or whoever accessing the website, they will only know the IP of this one, this IP only, right? You only accessing the GUINet or google.com, so you only know this IP only. You never know the backend server's IP. You got my point?
Yes, sir. I got.
Okay.
Sir, every service has its own virtual IP.
Every service have your own virtual IP. No.
Suppose
So for example, what we can do, okay, what we can do, let me do something. So here we are using the 443, right?
yes,
And if you want to access the 80, so definitely we need to create the other BIP. We can create with the same IP, but we need to create the other BIP. For example, let me do one thing for you. So Cisco pool 80, and I can use HTTP. And the node here I can use this one, and let me, I think I have the, okay, now so now we have, okay, one members, where is the service member? This is the server 2. It will automatically come. Okay, so you see now, like, we have two pool. So this, the Cisco pool is with the port 443, right? And the Cisco pool 80 is the port 80. So that means we are using the HTTP only here. Okay. Now what we can do, virtual with HTTP 80, right? And we can use the same 116.1.100 and 80. Right? So now we have two virtuals. One virtual with the 443 and the other virtual with the 80, right?
yes.
So now I go to here and I access HTTP only. Oh. See, there is no certificate, right? And if we go to here, we have the certificate.
हेलो
Yes.
हाँ सर मैं सुनील बोल रहा हूँ सुनील कुमार सामल मैं सर आज एक्चुअली ज्वाइन किया हूँ सर मेरे को दिए हैं मतलब लिंक दिए हैं तो आज से सर क्लास शुरू हो रहा है ना
So this is the, like, day 1, or we can say day 0 class. Okay, we will start from, like, from so just we are discussing, like, overview today, but we will discuss, like, everything from scratch from next day, right, Pankaj sir?
सुनील मेरा नाम हाँ मेरा
No,
नाम
no,
सुनील
no. Okay. So, like, we will start from, like, from scratch again.
ये सर कौन सा लोड बैलेंसर क्लास जे मेरे को एक्चुअली उतना आइडिया तो नहीं है फिर भी थोड़ा क्लास
But
शुरू
we
से
will discuss, no? That's the reason we are here. That's the
ओके
reason we all are here. Okay, and I am helping to you guys that, okay, you guys after this class, you guys can, like, know what is the F5, how it's working, what is the features, okay, what is the benefits of this one. So that's we will know,
यस सर
right?
ओके सर
So I think who is asking, like, this question? I forgot the name.
It's Ansu.
So you got your answer now?
Yeah, whatever the destination IP is configured, client will be send the traffic on that destination IP to that service. Correct?
Okay. Okay, so okay, so I think we are good for today. Okay, and you guys can discuss like for admission and all with the counselor and all. So I think we are good for today, right? If you guys have any question or something, you guys can ask. I'm happy to help your question. No question. I think everyone is enjoying Sunday.
How many classes are there in F5?
So it's
Lesson?
basically like 30 or 30 plus hours classes. Okay, and this is the weekend core. This is the weekend classes. Okay, so you can like reach out to the counselor. So they will have like the all information. They will guide you. I can answer only the technical question, but management question like you can ask them.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks
सर
everyone.
और
Yeah.
थोड़ा डिस्कस कर दीजिए ना, थोड़ा मतलब मैं अभी तो ज्वाइन किया हूँ, थोड़ा F5 के ऊपर थोड़ा ब्रीफली थोड़ा ये दे दीजिए इंट्रोडक्शन, जैसे
So
कि
this class like you will find the recording also. Okay, I think on the YouTube as well. So you can go through the recording.
अच्छा अच्छा
Yeah, because we are like here from 9:30. So that's the reason.
ओहो
Okay.
ओके सर, ओके
Thanks everyone. Bye. Have a good day. Good weekend.
Thank you, Arvind. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, sir, tell me, just I wanted to ask one last question. Okay.
Mhm.
LTM is a different device, or sorry, F5 load balancer. There is some main two feature, LTM and GTM. Okay.
No.
So,
There is no main two features. Okay. So F5 is the company. Big
I
IP
know.
is Big IP is the product, and
Uh-huh.
LTM, GTM, APM, ASM are the module. So
Oh,
we will
okay.
discuss about LTM module only.
Okay. No, what I'm
And trust me, if you learn LTM, okay, it's very easy to learn ASM or other, because
ASA.
sorry,
No. If I learn LTM,
then you are very easy to learn ASM, GTM or any other like module,
okay.
because this is the
This is the main.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Thanks everyone. Bye. Have a
Yeah,
good
bye.
weekend. Good day. Enjoy your Sunday.